You've seen how to pitch your music. Now let me show you where producers are actually doing it and getting results. So I've been teaching sync licensing for over a decade, been working in this space for even longer, just trying to get my music placed myself. And what I found when coaching producers and, just kind of trying to get them to their first licensing deal and TV placements is that, yeah, I can give you like a step-by-step blueprint on exactly how to do it, send you on your way and say good luck. But what I found, even though producers have seen a lot of results from previous courses I've had just doing it on their own, there are still a large number of producers who would get stuck along their journey. And it wasn't that they were necessarily doing anything wrong. They just didn't have the active real-time feedback to be able to know that they were doing something right and that they may just need to pivot or make some small tweaks to push them over the edge. So to solve that problem, I decided to build a community around everything I teach in terms of producers getting their music placed in TV and film. And I call that Sync Producer Hub. In fact, we're an award-winning community. We actually won the school games for being one of the top music communities with the most growth in a quarter. And it's just been a phenomenal place to help producers and to just connect with like-minded producers trying to get their music placed in TV and film. So let's check it out. I'll show you around. And this is the community. We'll get back to some community wins, but we talk about everything, man. We talk about sync. We talk about music entrepreneurship, music production. We got some collabs popping off. I've personally collabed with producers inside the community, and I continue to because it's just some talented people here, do sync breakdowns and things like that. But we'll get back to some of these wins. I want to share some wins from some of our members, but we have the classroom. As soon as you join, you get access to Road to 10 placements. This is a step-by-step blueprint to prepare, produce, and pitch placement-ready music for TV. This is literally all you need to get started in this space. This will get you to your first licensing deal if you learn it, you apply it, and you make adjustments along the way, especially if you're coming to our live Q&As and music reviews. This is going to help you start that journey. And then once you learn this information, we even give you a list of companies you can start pitching to right away. Because the thing about this is we want you to implement this information. We don't want you to just join just to soak in a bunch of information and not take any action. This is about action takers, and action takers are money makers. So we have that there. And then we have other courses and stuff inside the community that you can unlock as you level up. But we also have our calendar. We have these pro sessions where I do a deep dive into specific topics. Last week, I did one on the art of transitions. I did this live, but then you also have access to the recordings. But I did a deep dive, producing the track live and then showing how I put together transitions. And transitions are very important in sync because it helps editors transition from scene to scene, but it also gives them functional music they can use, which increases the chances of your music actually getting played. So this one was a big one. Dope session. I basically ended up like producing the whole track live, and you'll get access to the recording once you join. The link will be in the description as well. But then we also do the live Q&As and music reviews on Friday nights. And this is crucial because when you don't know where your music stands, sometimes you can get in your own head and you're like, yo, I don't know if it's ready. I don't really want to pitch it. This gets you past that. Like, you will know if your music is ready or if it's not, and we'll tell you what you need to fix so that it can be ready. And then if it is ready, boom, you have the confidence now to move forward, start pitching your music, and go from there. In addition to those live feedback sessions, we also have a section for peer feedback as well. So like anytime during the week, you can reach out to your peers and get some feedback as well. But then every other Saturday, my guy Jason, another community producer in here, he hosts the Sync Producer Spotlights, which highlights producers from within the community who are winning. They share their wins, they share their strategies, their journey, and it's just really inspiring to hear those stories. So let's talk about some wins. Oh, I just shared some behind the scenes footage of a project I was working on. Anytime I'm working on projects, because I do this every day as well. So you guys, I'm in the trenches with you. Like, we're learning as we go. So I share those videos in there. But we have some wins. Rich, it looks like he just had one of his compositions used in a play, which is super dope. You don't see that often. So it looks like they used it at the beginning of each of the scenes, and then they credit him and everything. Shout out to Rich on that. That's super dope. Christopher just hit level 7. If you know, you know. You just got to be inside to understand what level 7 is. Inside the hub, Tim Bird with his second BMF placement. He has a story here. Let's see what he's talking about. He says, I really don't watch BMF like that, but I fell asleep with my TV and woke up to the show being on. I knew I recognized the music in one of the scenes. So after I looked, I saw that it was season 4, episode 3. I knew I had a placement on season 4, episode 2, but I figured that was it. Nope. It was a totally different beat. I'm happy about that. After checking my email, I got a request for me to send an invoice and an FW9 form. It was for this particular placement for $800, same as the first placement. Plus, I get back-end royalties too. Nice. I disclosed the amount to let my Hub fam know it's possible. Keep creating. That's super dope. Like $800 for a single placement plus back-end. Just imagine if you got, say, 10 of those a year. That's like an extra $8,000 a year. What would you do with an extra $8,000? Probably get some more gear and plugins. But I'm not judging you. I would probably do that too. But shout out to Tim, man. That's super dope. So we share wins like this, man. And not only music, like we talk about everything, right? Philip, he's talking about a new job, new position. He just started. So we're like rooting for him on that. Somebody just had twins in the community. So the twins just came home. We were celebrating that. Just talking about life, man. Like, you know, a lot of us have families. A lot of us have like other responsibilities. So we just talk about how we navigate that in addition to our music careers. So it's just cool. And then we also do like in-person meetups. Like everybody, pretty soon we're about to meet up at the Shades of Sync conference, which is going to be dope, where we're just getting together. We're bringing in sync reps and things like that to talk about, you know, how to pitch your music to them, how to win in sync. We're bringing other producers, other writers, agents, music supervisors, publishers, like everybody. We're just putting everybody in the room and just like building our network and expanding so we can really crush it. So shadesofsync.com, that's going down soon. So we do that. And then throughout the year, depending on what city I'm in, like I'll do a meetup. I did one in LA, had one in Atlanta. So like wherever I'm at, like I'm just like, yo, any Hub members in the city, like let's meet up, let's hang out, let's grab some food, and we just have a good time. And it's really like fam. So that's Sync Producer Hub. Like this is the ultimate community for producers who want to get placement ready and start landing sync deals. And it's an award-winning community. Shout out to School. They recognize us as a school games winner, which is super dope. And it just means that we're building something meaningful and impactful, which is super duper dope. So if you're serious about landing your first placement as a producer, click the link in the description, join Sync Producer Hub. You'll get access to the training, templates, community, and all of that to help producers just like you get results. And if you missed the start of this series, go back and watch the first video. It'll show you exactly how to land your first sync placement, how to pitch it step by step, all of that. So make sure you check that out.